Despite the saying it's never too late to teach a dog new tricks, if anything, experts highly recommend that you teach your pet new tricks. This is to keep them stimulated mentally as well as physically. A pet that spends their time doing nothing besides eating and sleeping will grow weak in every capacity. But many pet parents are wary of the fact that maybe trick teaching will take up too much of their time. Notwithstanding their love for their pet, this notion that trick training takes several weeks to become successful has kept so many pets from learning how to give paw. 10 minutes twice a day, that's all it takes to be able to successfully teach your pet a new trick. Today, we're teaching you how to train your dog to roll over on command, plus 9 other cool dog tricks you can master with your canine companion in no time. Let's get started. Number 10, roll over. To start off, you need 2 things: treats and a positive attitude. Dogs don't respond to accolades. They want you to positively reinforce their action with words of affirmation, cuddles, or the all-too-beloved doggy treats. To train your dog how to roll over, you need to first teach them how to lie down without being apprehensive of the fact. For example, when you lie your dog down, they don't immediately get up. In fact, you need to build a rapport with your canine companion before teaching them any trick. Lay your dog down in a lying position. Hold a treat in one hand and slowly move it across their nose. Make sure that your pet has acknowledged the reward and is following the treat with their head. Move the treat slowly along the dog's nose or along their neck until they're at their side and roll over as a natural response. Once they've successfully rolled over, reward them with a treat. Repeat this twice a day, every day for 10 minutes to make your dog roll over on command without being tempted with treats. Number 9, give paw. This is a relatively simple task to train your dog in. If you hunch down to come closer to your pet, they'll instinctively raise their paws to you, thinking you're giving them something to eat. In this case, you'll tap into that behavior and actually offer them a treat. Hunch down to come closer to your pet and show them the treat you're holding in one hand. Instruct them to remain sitting and then hold the treat within paw's reach of them. Your pet will instinctively reach out for your hand to drop the treat and then nibble at it. It's important to give your pet gesture cues as you go along so they're able to remember which gesture stands for what. It's a whole lot easier than attempting to teach them a language. Repeat this exercise with your pet every day for 10 minutes. Gradually taper off the treats from twice a day to once a day while keeping the exercise for twice a day. Make sure you keep up with your gesture cues, and sooner or later, your pet will be giving you its paw just for the sake of it. Number 8, shake hands. Once your dog has skillfully mastered the task of giving paw, shaking your hand isn't any more difficult. You'll just grab onto their paw like you already did and slowly shake it up and down. Once your pet shakes your hand, you'll reward them with treats. You'll quickly notice that while initially you'd be the one guiding the handshake, the dog would pick up on it and it's business deals with your pooch from here on. Give your pet a treat the first few times, then shake your hand and then taper it off with excited gestures and hugs. Number 7, other hand. You don't have to be ambidextrous to hold something in both hands. Why would you think your dog is limited to giving paws or shaking your hand then? Pets can and should be trained to give either paw when asked for, and then switch to the other one when instructed. You can't talk to your pet as easily as you think you can. You need to guide them to where you want them to be. Again, it's important to remember that they could have lived their life in bliss without shaking anyone's hands. But you wanted to be able to teach them something new, which is why you need to be patient. When asking for the other paw, you might have to start the training session all over again. Keep at it and you'll have a dog giving you all 4s in no time. Number 6, high five. It's true what they say, a dog really is man's best friend, and what better way to commemorate this friendship than with a good old-fashioned high five. First things first, you need to teach your pet how to high-five you. It's relatively simple. You hunch down and get close to them, showing them your open palm with a treat that you're holding onto with your thumb. They'll want the treat and they'll touch it with their paw, effectively giving you a high five. Repeat this twice a day with more treats for a chance to get a high five in with your best bud. Number 5, speak. While one might think that most dogs don't need to be trained to bark, the truth is that not all dogs have the same personality. Your dog might not be pretty talkative, but you've never heard the one from across the street barking. This doesn't mean that the dog doesn't know how to speak, just that they need to be nudged and encouraged to be confident. Teaching your dog how to bark on command is important. It allows you to develop some semblance of verbal communication. It simplifies them asking you for necessities and you giving it to them. To train your pet to speak on command, wave a treat near their face and only give it to them if they bark. Accompany this with verbal and gesture cues so that your dog knows what you're asking from it. Number 4, spin. Dogs are naturally inclined to spin themselves dizzy when they're chasing their tails, but would look at you dumbfounded when you ask them to spin in front of you. It's like the only logical reason to spin around is to attempt to catch your own tail. Nevertheless, you can teach your dog to spin on command by following these steps. Hold a treat near your dog's face and then slowly move the treat across their face. Do so until the treat and your dog's wandering head makes it to a complete circle, and then give them the treat. Associate this with gestures and other cues, plus a whole lot of adoration for a job well done. Number 3, kiss. You don't need a command to tell your dog to kiss you. Once they see you walk in through the door, they'll probably latch onto you and start licking away at your face. Dogs are incredibly affectionate animals. In fact, they're the most affectionate domesticated pets. To teach your dog to kiss you on command and not slather you with kisses every time you come home, you need to follow these easy steps. Hold a treat close to your face, in fact, right on your cheek. Gesture to your dog that they have the treat, and they'll probably lick you while they're at it. Reward their kisses with treats, and you two have a mutually benefiting relationship going on. Number 2, fetch. Dogs love a good day in the park. They like to run about, play games, and meet tons of other dogs. They especially love the exercise that they're getting and want you to play with them some more. While most of these doggy games are curated by your pets themselves, the one game you know both you and your pooch will enjoy is fetch. And you're in luck because teaching them how to fetch is incredibly easy. Just throw the ball a little far off, gesture to your pet to go get it, and then reward them whenever they do. Number 1, stand up. To teach your dog how to stand up, you need to first show them a treat and make sure they've acknowledged it. Then you bring it closer to them for them to stay alert throughout their training. You're then going to slowly raise your hand up and lift the treat away from them. Your dog wants the treat, and if you're raising your arm away, the only thing they can do is stand on their hind legs to reach closer for the treat. Well, congratulations! You just taught your dog how to stand up. So, what are some cool tricks your pet can do? How long did it take for you to teach them that trick? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to INFORAMA, and we'll see you in the next one.